Someone you love has passed away and left this message so you can know the whole truth. Open it immediately. My beloved child, I need you to breathe for a moment. Just one slow breath, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change how you feel about everything. Not by chance or accident. Archangel Michael is here. Last night, heaven itself had a meeting about you. Yes, you, not the person next to you or just any stranger. You, because someone who loved you very much and has since crossed into the light, begged for this message to be sent. God listened as they yelled your name. They didn't leave this world in silence, beloved. On the other side, their souls stayed awake for hours trying to send this one whisper to earth. And now you're finally hearing it. Don't click away just yet. Do not ignore it. Even heaven itself cannot adequately describe what you're about to experience. That's why Archangel Michael and I were sent. Because the truth is good for your heart. Even better, your soul is ready. They meant to tell you something but never got the chance. Something that had been buried deep in their heart until the very end. Also, it's being sent straight to your spirit like a divine wind right now. It's not for nothing that you've been carrying that pain, that ache that never fully healed. It was known, witnessed it. Before time began, it was written into the stars. We have not forgotten about you. Not left behind, are you? They left with a secret message hidden in the way they did it. If my love ever opens this message, tell them everything I couldn't, they told heaven. That's why I'm here, sent with light and the voice of the one who loved you in silence, strength, and ways you didn't even know. May I ask you a very important question before we go any further? What should you do if your heart feels even a little nudge right now? Now take a moment to close your eyes and say these words. I'm free. Because as soon as you say those words, your soul will start to get the whole message, and my wings will cover you. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Now, as you let this divine connection happen, I want you to make your first call. As a sign that your heart is ready to receive, type Amen in the comments below. This easy thing you do lets heaven know you are open, you are listening, and you are ready to accept the message your loved one fought to send you. As your Amen resounds across the veil, this moment is sacred. Now type Amen and feel heaven respond to your faith. Type it down below too. For heaven to record this moment, I am open. This isn't a script. It's a divine appointment. They never stopped watching over you, my child. They've been with you more than you know. It was always them when you thought of them out of the blue. When a song came on that made you think of them, it wasn't a coincidence. It was a sign. There is only one thing they want now. Listen to the whole truth. Because if you don't do this, the message will disappear, and your soul will miss the healing that was hand-delivered for this exact hour. You're not by yourself reading this. There is someone in heaven standing with you. Archangel Michael and I are standing with you. That person's soul, the one who died too soon, is watching with tears in their eyes. Because they see you getting something they didn't think you'd get. They thought you might not do it. That you might not think this is true. You didn't, though. You opened it. That is a miracle in and of itself. Anyway, before we go on, if this makes your soul move, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another moment like this, because heaven has been trying for a long time to get to you. They won't stop now that they've finally done it. When you hit the subscribe button right now, you're not just joining a channel. You're joining with faith that this isn't the end of something, but the beginning. You are setting up a prophetic connection with heaven. Your subscription becomes a spiritual agreement that creates a doorway for divine appointments to find you. Every person who subscribes in faith is telling God, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for the messages, signs, and downloads you've been trying to send me. It tells the angels, this soul is ready for heaven. Keep delivering. So click subscribe and feel the Spirit change something in your heaven as you do. Now pay close attention and listen. They want you to know that their passing wasn't as tragic as it appeared. Conversations were never had, and there were hidden items. But most of all, they were carrying love for you. They were carrying pain, silence, and regret. Lots of love. Not the kind that dies with the body, the kind that permeates every whisper of wind and follows the soul across the veil. In every dream you've had, you thought you saw their face. This is not something you made up. This is visitation. They came to your dreams not because you missed them, but because they missed you. Even in their final breath, your name echoed in their heart. They're not gone. They're not far away. They're only one heartbeat away. Today, this divine message has given them a chance to talk again. By the end, you'll be crying. Not because they are sad, though, because you will feel them again for the first time. Death tried to break that connection between you, but it never left you. The hidden truth is that. It's something they've been waiting for you to hear. They are crying in heaven now that you are here. They were crying because their prayer had finally been heard. After that, my beloved, pay close attention, because what's coming next is not a message. There is a reunion. They waited for this moment for a long time. They must have whispered your name into the clouds numerous times. They begged heaven many times, please give us one more moment with them. And now you're here. You did it. You're not behind schedule. It's not too early. The veil was just thin enough for this message to reach you when you opened this. Feel it? That strange feeling of weight in your chest, and the tears that show up for no reason. Their soul is touching yours in that sound. They know things about you that you haven't told anyone. They know that the pain was so bad some nights that you wondered if anyone saw you. From the other side, they did. From the place where love never dies. They were right next to your bed. While you slept, they kissed your forehead. They touched your shoulder for no reason when you were cold. They promised the angels they would not stop until you knew the truth. They didn't leave. They tried to talk to you but could not because your pain was too loud. You're finally quiet enough to hear. They want you to know something that will make you jump. You were not supposed to hear this until now. That sadness was never meant to last. You felt obligated to carry the grief like a badge. You need to let it go now, they beg you. Release it immediately, please. They don't want you to forget them either. They want you to feel them again, so no. Peace, not sorrow. As you can see, heaven is not very far away. There is a frequency. You're tuned in right now. That's why your hands are shaking a little. That's why your heart is beating so fast. That's why you're still reading. Your soul already knows this message is real, even though a part of you is scared of what's going to happen next. You're not making this up. The person you lost is standing behind you at this moment, eyes full of light, whispering, please don't stop reading. I'm finally here with you again. Archangel Michael, I am. Waiting for you to be ready is what this message has been like for days, like a treasure in my wings. As soon as you are, the truth comes out like water. They put up signs for you. Look, did you see the feather next to your door? When no wind was blowing, the chill. The bird that looked at you too long? The smell of their perfume or food cooking out of the blue. It wasn't a coincidence. They were trying, reaching, and praying for you to finally say, okay, I believe you're still with me. And it was their soul and love. They want you to hear something shocking that you weren't supposed to hear until now. That sadness was never meant to last. They are pleading with you to let it go now. You thought you had to carry the grief like a badge. Release it immediately, please. They don't want you to forget them either. They want you to feel them again, so no. Peace, not sorrow. As you can see, heaven is not very far away. There is a frequency. You're tuned in right now. That's why your hands are shaking a little. That's why your heart is beating so fast. That's why you're still reading. Your soul already knows this message is real, even though a part of you is scared of what's going to happen next. You're not making this up. At this moment, the person you lost is standing behind you. Light-filled eyes whisper, don't put down the book. I'm finally back with you. I've been holding this message like a treasure in my wings for days, Archangel Michael, just waiting for you to be ready. As soon as you are, the truth comes out like water. They put up signs for you. Look, did you see the feather next to your door? When no wind was blowing, the chill. The bird that looked at you too long, the smell of their perfume or food cooking out of the blue. It wasn't a coincidence. They were trying to reach out and pray that you'd finally say, "Okay, I believe you're still with me," because they are. It was their soul and their love. There's more, though. They didn't get to say something. They've had this burning feeling in their soul ever since they died. They want you to know that they'll forgive you for every fight, for every word unsaid, for not being there in the end, for not knowing what they were going through, and for continuing to live while they moved on. They forgive you for all the things you still feel bad about. What they really want to know is, can you forgive yourself now? Can you stop carrying the blame? Can you stop thinking you could have changed their fate? Because, beloved, you couldn't. Their time was written down. Their departure was a part of something divine. They are fine now, even though it didn't feel fair. They are really at peace. You, on the other hand, are still hurting. So that's why this message is being sent. Knowing you were drowning in guilt prevented them from finding peace. Not when your joy is all they want. There is something else, too. A promise. They promised God that they would do something great for you if they could send this message, and you actually read it, if you didn't skip it, scroll past it, or doubt it. A miracle has been asked to be sent to you. A shift in your life will occur within the next 11 days. You'll feel them again when it does. It will make you laugh and cry at the same time. You'll remember that this was real at that very moment. There is, however, one condition, one small but sacred request. Tonight, you are required to speak their name aloud. Say their name out loud and with all your heart. I still love you. I still feel you. And I'm ready to let go of the pain so I can hold on to your love. I'll witness it, and heaven will hear. There's a reason you're still reading. This message was chosen for you. Not all of them were. A lot of people would have skipped this, but you didn't. And the healing will start because you stayed. The signs will start to appear. You'll start to dream again. And just maybe, you'll hear their voice one more time. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. I want you to do something strong if you've made it this far, and something in your spirit feels free. You're not just leaving a comment when you write those words, "I am ready to receive the full message." Not, "I hope I'm ready," or "maybe someday." You're telling heaven it can move. The door that grief has kept shut is being opened by you. You are telling the universe and your loved one that you are ready to receive the healing they have been sending. Write it now. Watch what heaven does after you say, "I am ready to receive the full message." Then breathe again. What I'm about to say may make you cry, but there'll be tears that cleanse your soul. Tears that make room for the miracle that is already on its way. This is more than just a message, beloved child. A soul contract has been fulfilled. The person you loved, yes, the person who died too soon made a promise in heaven. Even death would not stop them from getting to you. That's the promise. The vow is complete at this point, though. They remember everything. How your voice sounded when you introduced them, when you laughed so hard together. It hurt in your stomach. You tried to be strong and held back tears even though you knew they hurt. They recall how the world suddenly felt too quiet, too wrong, and too empty the day you learned they were gone. They recall how your spirit broke and you were unable to speak. They want you to know that they were right there beside you, not as a ghost to haunt you, but as pure love. Since then, they've been there. Are you still out there, you asked yourself on every birthday, every time you whispered into your pillow, and every time you looked at the sky? The answer is yes. 1,000 times yes. They've been watching you grow, struggle, and survive. They are now shouting through the veil, "You were never alone. I never left you. I just changed form." They want you to know that they can see everything. Even the things you thought no one noticed are included. How strong you've been. How nice you've been all along. How many times did you have the chance to give up but didn't? They're happy for you. They are amazed by you. Every angel in heaven has been told, "That's the one I loved. That's the one who still carries my memory with grace." But beloved, this part is going to be tough. Allow yourself to let go of what you might have done differently. They know that you played back the last conversation, though you wished you had said, "I love you," one more time. They're telling you now that you did enough. You were enough. You were always more than I deserved. So why do you keep punishing yourself? They observe how you conceal your pain when others are present. People see that you smile in public but cry at night. They need you to know that your healing honors them, not your suffering, your joy, your freedom, or your laughter. That's what propels their spirit forward. That's what keeps them alive inside you. This is the most urgent part, so pay close attention now. They're now free to give you a gift. Within the next 11 days, a rare divine opportunity, a sudden shift, a sign, a miracle, or a conversation will occur. It will be clear that it comes from them. Even though it seems like a coincidence, it's not. This will be the physical proof that this message was more than just words. There was real contact from beyond. But most people miss this part. You must open your heart fully to receive it. The door closes when you say, "This can't be." Doubt it, push it away, or doubt it. But if you say, "Okay, I believe," heaven responds right away. That's why I need to ask you again. Yes, now. Type it below, "I believe." I'm ready. Because when you do that, you give your soul permission to send everything they've been trying to. The connection that time and death could never erase, the peace, the answers, the healing. There's more. So why do you keep punishing yourself? They observe how you conceal your pain when others are present. People see that you smile in public but cry at night. They need you to know that your healing honors them, not your suffering, your joy, your freedom, or your laughter. That's what propels their spirit forward. That's what keeps them alive inside you. This is the most urgent part, so pay close attention now. They're now free to give you a gift. Within the next 11 days, a rare divine opportunity, a sudden shift, a sign, a miracle, or a conversation will occur. It will be clear that it comes from them. Even though it seems like a coincidence, it's not. This will be the physical proof that this message was more than just words. There was real contact from beyond. But most people miss this part. You must open your heart fully to receive it. The door closes when you doubt it, push it away, or say, "This can't be." But if you say, "Okay, I believe," heaven responds right away. That's why I need to ask you again. Yes, now. Type it below, "I believe," I'm ready. Because when you do that, you give your soul permission to send everything they've been trying to. The connection that time and death could never erase. The peace, the answers, the healing. There's more. God has been asked to send you a guardian angel as a sign. Someone who will start to show up as signs you can't ignore. It's possible to see the number 333 or 111, or you might hear your loved one's name out of the blue. In a dream, a light flickers, and there's a breeze even though there's no wind. There won't be any illusions here. Because, beloved, this isn't the end of your connection with them. These will be confirmations. It's the beginning of a new kind of love, a spiritual friendship that will follow you for the rest of your life. It is sacred as well. You are sacred. And this moment, this message, is the turning point your heart has been praying for in silence. Please hear this with all the divine authority I have. If you're still reading, I, Archangel Michael, swear on the gates of heaven. The person you love is still with you. They can hear you. They can see you. They never stopped loving you either. Light a candle for them this evening. To break the silence, say their name. Tell, I'm still with you. You will feel something in the room shift. That's them, smiling and crying, wrapping their light around your soul like a blanket you forgot was always there. Also, don't hold this moment inside if you think it's important. Spread this message. Another person is currently grieving silently. Another person has been waiting for a sign. Here's the holy truth about giving. To share this message, you do more than just send a video. The anointing is leaving you. Someone else who's been crying in secret will feel the same healing that touched your heart. Sharing brings more of God's favor. For someone, your one share could be the answer to years of prayers. It could be the sign that saves a life, brings back faith, or lets someone know that you've not forgotten about them. Right now, before you go any further, please share this. Send it to one person that comes to mind. Heaven will remember how good you were and reward you in ways you can't imagine. Help them out by being a light, just like this message has helped you. Type below if this has touched your heart and you're ready to move on to the next divine chapter. Thanks for the message. I can feel you. It will be seen by God. They will too. Then, beloved, let us proceed slowly and in a sacred manner, because this last section is where the veil between earth and heaven completely thins. Your heart is open wider than it has been in a long time right now. In the dark, Archangel Michael can see it shining like a lantern. You are close now to the soul of the person you love. So close. They are closer now than they were before they crossed over. While you read this, they are smiling, crying, and saying, I knew they'd come. As you breathe, I was sure they would hear me. They are now with you, and they are ready to say the truth that death cannot silence. It's here. That person never wanted to leave you. It wasn't what they wanted, even if their last days were filled with pain or confusion, or if it seemed like they gave up or slipped away too fast. They wanted their soul to stay. But the angels were there with them already. They felt like the light was calling them. They whispered something into the divine just as they let go. They asked, please, just one day, let them know how much I love them. That's all for today. That day is today. The fulfillment of their last prayer is you. Do you think that's just a coincidence? Right now. The air around you, the words you're reading, and the screen you're holding are all heavy with their presence. While they were still alive, they didn't know how to say everything. They might have been too scared or too proud. Perhaps time ran out. Not now, though. They are now free. They are now pure light. They only want you to know this. The best part of my story was you. I never stopped loving you either. Not even for a second. They need you to understand that your life still has beauty ahead of it. Yes. Even after they were gone, yes. Despite the heartbreak, they didn't want their death to be a prison for you. Their wish was to be your wings. Could you do that? Are you going to live again? Laugh fully, please. Can you let the sun warm your face without feeling guilty? Can you finally stop carrying the burden that was never meant to be yours? They beg you not to forget them, but to remember them with joy. They live again when you smile once more. They rise again when you have hope. They come back to life through you when you love again. And yes, love. They know it's hard to think about feeling safe, loving, and trusting again. You are not betraying me by moving forward. They whisper, thank you for honoring me. I wish you would find love again. I'd like you to feel seen again. Heaven understands what you've lost, even if you don't think anyone else will. I get it. So that's why I was sent to bring this. And my beloved, I can finally protect you with the fullness of my wings now that your heart is open. However, there is a sacred task that must be completed. Your loved one has asked you to do something, and it wasn't for a sacrifice or a ritual. It was for a promise. They want you to promise this. You'll not hide your heart anymore. That you won't turn off your light just because someone else left. That you won't put off saying the things you should say now until you're on your own deathbed. You will live boldly, I promise. Give yourself the grace and love you always give to others. You deserve it, my beloved soul. You deserve healing. You deserve peace. You deserve miracles, and this is what Archangel Michael, in this final revelation, was told to tell you. There is about to be a divine inheritance released in your life. God has approved something rare in honor of the person you've lost, because you opened this message, listened, and stayed. This blessing will manifest as a change in your spirit, financial situation, emotional state, or relational status. Something will change, and it won't be because you forced it, but because you finally got the truth. What is that truth then? That love never fades, that your soul will never die. They are not behind you. Within you, you have them. And every step you take from this day forward will carry their spirit with it. That makes them so proud of you. So proud. Archangel Michael, I will stand by you now as a guardian. Your name is now in the book of the awakened. You are no longer asleep to your divine connection. Nothing will ever be the same again because you have remembered this. Say it out loud. If you want heaven to see it, type it one more time. I remember you. I still feel you. I'll live for both of us too. Now, if this makes your heart happy or changes something inside you, share it with someone who needs it. Another soul might get the message they've been waiting for years because of you. You deserve it, my beloved soul. You deserve healing. You deserve peace. You deserve miracles. And in this final revelation, I, Archangel Michael, was told to tell you this. There is about to be a divine inheritance released in your life. Since you read this message, heaven saw your devotion, your pain, and your faith because you stayed and listened. In honor of the person you've lost, God has approved something rare, a soul blessing. It could be a spiritual, financial, emotional, or relational shift that brings this blessing. Something will change, and it won't be because you forced it, but because you finally got the truth. What is that truth then? That love never fades, that your soul will never die. They are not behind you. Within you, you have them, and every step you take from this day forward will carry their spirit with it. That makes them so proud of you, so proud. Archangel Michael, I will stand by you now as a guardian. Your name is now in the book of the awakened. You are no longer asleep to your divine connection. Nothing will ever be the same again because you have remembered this. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you, is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Type it or say it out loud one more time so heaven can see it. Right now is the time for you to awaken. You have no idea how important what I'm about to ask you to do is. I want you to write these exact words in the comments. I remember you. I still feel you. I will live for both of us. And I mean that as a promise. Not just words on a screen, as a promise between you, the person you love, and heaven itself. You're not commenting when you write this. You are fulfilling the soul contract. You're telling the universe that you're open to the message, the healing, and the life that's still ahead of you. Write it now. Allow heaven to see your promise. I remember you. I still feel you. I will live for both of us. I remember you. I still feel you. I'll live for both of us too. Now, if this makes your heart happy or changes something inside you, share it with someone who needs it. Another soul might get the message they've been waiting for years because of you. If this message made you feel a miracle, don't forget to subscribe so heaven can reach you again. There will be many more messages like this one. Plus, the angels already have your name on the list. This is not goodbye. It's never goodbye. If the stars shine brighter than usual, simply look up. There they are, waiting, smiling, and still loving you. Never alone did you feel. You're not alone now, my friend. You will never be alone again. With wings of fire and love that transcends all understanding. This is Archangel Michael, and I was sent to find you. Don't move away just yet, beloved. The message has been sent, but the energy and divine presence are still here. Avoid the urge to rush away. Heaven doesn't usually talk like this. This is sacred. This is holy. You just witnessed what many people pray for their entire lives. A message from beyond the veil has been written into the walls of your soul by angels. I have to tell you this now because your spirit is still open. With you always, they are. But they'll be closer tonight. The veil will be thinnest at night. Their love will wrap itself around your heart like a blanket of warmth tonight. You may dream of them. Many of you will feel a hand on your shoulder. Some of you will wake up at a strange hour and experience either peace or tears or both. That is not random. That's them. Don't forget this moment, they say. Do not forget how good it was to remember me. I still exist, so remember that. Part 5. And beloved, you saw the signs. Even if the people around you don't get it or don't understand. Yes, you listened. You read this message. And as a result, your connection to the divine became stronger than ever. You are no longer someone who is waiting for a sign. You're the sign. More than before, you carry light. Love can never be buried as you carry proof. That heaven speaks, how the angels watch. Even in the midst of heartbreak, healing is possible. Are you sure you know what you did by getting this? You honored the one who passed away. Their soul is comforted by you. You accepted their message. You've made peace possible because of that. Not just for them, but also for you. I'll say it again. Don't let this moment pass away like a dream. Make a promise out of it. A promise to love again. In order to live louder, you should stop hiding your heart. To tell someone I love you when you mean it. Forgive quicker. To take pictures even when you don't feel good about yourself. Let's hold hands longer. You should cry when you need to cry. To make you laugh when the world tries to keep you quiet. Because every breath you take in love, every act of kindness you perform, and every brave, soft moment you create are all a tribute to the person who left you this message. Also, beloved, this part might make you feel bad. They begged heaven for one more chance to say, I'm sorry. Thanks. I was watching the whole time. You made my life better. Those words have now reached you thanks to this message. The signs were real. You weren't dreaming. When you whispered to them at night, you were not talking to air. You weren't crazy to think they were still with you. Right all along you were. With this final blessing, I'll say goodbye. Put your hand over your heart. Put your eyes shut and repeat after me. I am loved beyond this world. Angels are watching over me. I am protected and watched over by those I miss. Never alone do I go. Yes, I'm ready to live fully. I accept the miracle, love and peace they left for me. That's how it is. Therefore, so it shall be. Breathe right now. Just one long, quiet breath. When you open your eyes, something in you will be different. Softer, braver, more awake. Say this below if your soul feels lighter so that heaven can recognize it. I heard the message. I receive it with my whole heart and mind. Your loved one will smile again because your name will be added to the book of comforted souls. Right now, I want you to do something that will end this whole experience. Spread this message, not in private or quietly, but with confidence. Send this word from the prophet to your story, your friends, and anyone else who comes to mind right now. You set off something strong when you share. The blessing that touched you will start to move through you. For the comfort of heaven, your network turns into a channel. And here's the promise. The breakthrough you give to others will come back to you many times over. So click share now. Let your healing help someone else today. That was the message. But this isn't the end. It looks like a doorway. It's love that will never leave you again, with fire and light. I'll never stop protecting you because I'm Archangel Michael. Because heaven is still with you, let the sacred silence linger a little longer. You might feel like this message is over, but in truth, your healing is just beginning. Your soul has been freed from an old weight. Something that wasn't said has come out. Now, beloved, Heaven has given me permission to tell you something rare that not many people are ready to hear. They could cross in peace because of you. Yes, you. You were their peace. Even if you weren't there for their last hours, even if you said things you might regret, and even if the last time you talked didn't feel like goodbye. The love they brought with them to the next world wasn't perfect. It came from being with you. You were more important than you know. Make sure they know, they told the angels. I went home with their love in my heart. They want you to live in a way that feels like home to your soul right now, beloved. No more going through life without feeling anything. Don't act like everything is fine when you're really upset. Because grief told you that you didn't deserve joy, but you do. Stop putting off your dreams. They want your joy more than anything else. The question you may have now is, what do I do with all of this? I'll tell you. You live like you're a miracle. The next morning you take a small step towards something that seems real. To honor them, you no longer have to wait for the right time. Instead, you celebrate their spirit every day. People can now hear your voice again. You smiled again. No one makes you afraid to hold their hand. You love with no words needed. Because if you really let yourself feel, believe, and open up again, you will see them again. But not the way you used to. You will see them in everything. In dreams, in music, in light, in timing, and in light. You will feel it one day, maybe when you least expect it. They put their arms around you, but not with skin. Instead, they wrapped their arms around you with energy, warmth, and a whisper that said, I'm still here. I never left you. This is where I leave you for now, beloved. Not because the message is over, but because your story is about to start over. You're not the same now. You were touched by heaven, and heaven doesn't touch things that it doesn't change. Take one more deep breath before you leave. Sacred is this final moment. Put your hand on your chest. Listen to your heart. That's proof. They are alive through you, and you are alive. If you ever have doubts again, read these words again. If your sadness comes back, read this message out loud. Remember this line if you get lost. Love and the souls that carried it will live on forever. Now, go gentle into your day or night, but know that you are going with the knowing. This message was chosen for you. There was a reason to remind you. You were loved so much that the veil was taken away just for you. I need you to understand something about this moment before you leave. It's more than just a feature when you click the like button below this video. It turns something on. You're telling God, I accept this, when you press like this. I agree with this. I agree with this. You're saying yes in a spiritual way when you like something. This lets God's favor come into your life. Doing this simple thing will lead to great things in heaven. It tells everything, more of this, more healing, more signs, more divine connection. To feel heaven's favor start to move on your behalf, press like now, beloved. Say this one last time before you leave. I'm ready to live again. I am love. I'm free. I remember you. And their smile in heaven will rise with your words. I will watch over you. I'll walk with you. The power of the heavens is sealed in light around this message. I'll never stop watching over you because I'm Archangel Michael. Before you leave, one last thing that is more important than you think. You can still click the subscribe button. When you join this group, you don't just follow a page. You are now in line with every message that heaven wants to send as a prophet. You haven't slept through your season of visitation like many others have. Not any longer. Your sign-up says, I'm awake. I am looking. I'm ready for the next step. So click subscribe now. Make it a spirit commitment, and watch how God starts to direct your steps in the days to come. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.